Inside the 20 by 20 is a dynamic wrestling podcast offering fans a comprehensive recap of the week's top matches, promos, and angles from WWE, AEW, and beyond. With new episodes released every Monday morning, this podcast provides wrestling fans with a perfect start to their week, offering insights and analysis to prepare them for the upcoming wrestling action. Inside the 20 by 20 is a GDP production and brought to you by the TCR Network. Go to tcrnetwork.co for more information. What's going on, guys? We are back at it again. Episode 5 of one of the world's... Five. One of the world's best and most entertaining five time wrestling podcasting. I'm your host, Mike Gambino.
That was only 4 times.
Five times.
I'm
your host, Mike Gambino, and I'm here with the one, the only...
It's me, it's GDP.
And our boy.
I am the God Mod, Pro 718.
We're back.
And let's get into the King of the Ring.
We're back. I know it's crazy.
We took a little bit off, because we had to appreciate our mamas and celebrate the baby's mamas.
Somebody call my mama.
I did not expect the Brodus Clay reference this early in the late in the evening.
I mean, we could break out the Mr. T. I love my mama song.
Mr. T loves his mama. We all know that.
Oh, he definitely loves his mama.
He his mama.
But yeah, we got a lot to talk about. The King of the Ring is coming up. As this episode is published on a Monday, that means that the King of the Ring is this Saturday. But it's still this Saturday, no matter what, even when we're recording right now.
Either way, this Saturday.
It is coming live from Saudi, so it's gonna be at 1 p.m. Eastern time. We are hoping to get something cooking on the YouTube page, so stick around and check out our social media for announcements on that. Hopefully, a live stream, and then of course, as always, we have Tuesday Night Titans tomorrow night. Gambino, what's going on in the TCR world? I know there's a lot of different happenings, and last week was pretty crazy. So talk about it.
Well, after our most recent pay-per-view, we are now on our way to our next premium live event. I should say, not pay-per-view. So this week we have Farmer Bork versus Flyboy for the MMA Championship. Bork, baby. Bork has been on a major run since his return. A couple of weeks ago. We have a TCR Hardcore Scramble. We have a new Money in the Bank TCR. We have the new Money in the Bank briefcase holder for both titles.
Oh yeah,
the TCR and the World Championship, Cross being one of them. Believe it or not.
Not really.
And our boy GDP right here in the chat also is #1 contender for the TCR World Championship.
I don't know how that happens.
Neither do I, and I'm telling you, it is not rigged, guys.
Sounds kind of rigged to me.
Sounds like it is, but
well, hold on. But all things considering, I did not want to be in the match. I was forced in the match, and I just had to, show my dominance.
Wow.
Just saying.
That is true. You you were last minute thought like, hey, let's throw Cross in there just to be a filler. I did not expect you to win. Not gonna lie, but here we are. Yeah. You won, and I have to hear it every time. Every time I stream, I have to hear it from the audience. How rigged it is.
Well, it's not rigged. Why don't you come by and you can let us know if you think it's rigged, everybody.
100%.
Go to Gambino Era on Twitch.
I may be 7-0, but I swear it is not rigged.
It's not rigged.
Yeah.
It's not rigged. Also, we want to hear back from you. We want to hear your feedback, listener feedback. We have a email address set up for that. And that would be, if I remember correctly, inside the 20 by 20. So 20x20, right? At tcrnetwork.co. So inside the 20 by 20 at tcr.co. Send us your feedback. We want to hear from you guys. If you do send us an email, you are automatically entered into a giveaway for some TCR merch. And if you're watching on YouTube right now, guys,
Send that email.
Cross is sporting the brandy new Inside the 20 by 20 T-shirt. He's looking real good. Can we get a little stand up to see the whole shirt in action there? Can I get a full? Can I get the full?
You want me to stand up?
The sleeve. We got the sleeve.
Let's
too.
see if we got to show the TCR on the sleeve. Oh, look at that! Look at that.
network
That is
logo on the
fresh.
sleeve.
Who made that logo?
And I'm not gonna lie, the shirt is actually pretty soft.
Yo, I'm telling you,
guys,
man.
the quality
The shirt is
quality's
actually
real
pretty
good.
soft.
So send us your viewer and listener feedback inside the 20x20 at tcrnetwork.co. We want to hear from you guys. What did you think about the episode? What do you think about our predictions? We're going to make predictions for both King of the Ring and Double or Nothing coming up after we recap the week's events. And we want to hear from you. What are your predictions for this action-packed weekend in wrestling? It's a super busy weekend of wrestling this weekend, so we're looking forward to all that. We're going to recap all the action for you right now from the week's events, starting with, unless, does anybody else have anything else to plug? Oh, TCR Glitch Fridays.
Oh, yes. Last week we didn't do one. I had a couple of things going on with work, so my week was hectic, but expect another glitch to drop on YouTube. By the way, the YouTube channel is going great. Our Inside the 20 by 20 YouTube channel, our subscriber numbers are going up.
Oh yeah.
Between all of our social medias, Inside the 20 by 20 is making moves. We're making moves, baby.
We're making moves, baby. And yeah, absolutely. Before I forgot to mention that, make sure you follow us on all social media, guys. We are on everything you can ever imagine. We are on Instagram, Inside the 20x20. We are on TikTok, Inside the 20x20. We're on YouTube, as Gambino just mentioned. And you can listen to this podcast wherever you get your podcasts, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, RSS.com, Carrier Pigeons, Smoke Signal, you know it, the hieroglyphics in Egypt.
Morse code.
Morse code.
You guys remember GTV from WWF back in the day?
I do recall.
Yeah.
I do recall.
GTV.
GDP
TV. We're on everything. We're on everything, guys. And as you can see on the screen right now, all of our socials are up if you're watching on YouTube, but you can follow all of us. We have our individual Twitter accounts, Cross718, Gambino Era, and GDP_TV. Come say hello. Come say hello.
Yeah.
All right, and without further ado, let's get into the first
All the action for you.
event. Oh, drop a beat. I thought you were going to start freestyling. What happened there?
No.
Oh, all right.
No.
WWE Monday Night Raw. Guys, it's the 1,616th episode of Monday Night Raw, and it came to us live from Greenville, South Carolina. 8,326 in attendance for this live Monday Night Raw, which kicked off with our boy, Drew McIntyre.
Crybaby Drew.
Crybaby Drew comes out and starts blaming everybody. I feel like I've seen this promo before from Drew. It kind of feels like a recycled promo from when he was having his feud. I don't remember if it was with AJ. And AJ was, or I forgot who it was that was like telling him, you need to, or maybe it was Sheamus. He was like, oh, you don't blame. Yeah.
When they were doing that whole triple threat for that title with Gunther, and him and Sheamus were going at it.
It was kind of weird because it felt like a recycled promo where it was, Drew blaming everyone, and then our world heavyweight champion comes out, Mr. Damian Priest, Cross's favorite wrestler.
That's right.
Comes out and really, really saves this segment, in my opinion, with what he was telling Drew. But again, it kind of sounded a little recycled to me. All Drew McIntyre blaming everyone else. Then Damian comes out and says, you need to look in the mirror and blame the asshole you see. Oh, beep. and blame
No.
blame the you know what you see in the mirror. That was a great line, by the way. What did
It
you guys
was a
What
good
did you
line.
guys think of Drew coming out and this opening to Monday Night Raw? It looks like they're gonna be going 1-on-1 for the World
I remember
Heavyweight Championship.
I read something recently saying that Damian Priest has a little bit more creative control over his character now that he became the champion. So if it continues going down this route,
I like it.
and Damian has I'm in. I'm strapped in. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready for the ride.
Damn right. El Campeón makes everything better.
Even though Jay's gonna eventually beat him, but you know,
No, that's never gonna happen.
At some point, something's got to give, brother.
at some point this guy's gonna end up
No.
tapping. Could be to Gunther. I
No.
don't know.
Tapping.
No.
Wow.
Okay. If it's probably Gunther, then I'm okay with that because Gunther does deserve it, but not Jey Uso. He might be main event Jey Uso, but he's not world champion Jey Uso.
Ooh.
We're gonna talk about Jey Uso in a little while. Speaking of Jey Uso, quick viral moment that went for him last week, where he called himself the Yeeter of Worlds in a tweet.
Yes.
And that got a lot of traction.
It definitely did.
Was it? Do you guys think it was disrespectful to Bray Wyatt to say the
Yes, it was.
Fireflies are his now? What do you guys think?
Yes, it was.
Could it be a
Definitely
setup?
was.
Could it be a setup for what's coming?
Yes,
And I was just thinking that the perfect segue to Uncle Howdy, who, by the way, was at SmackDown allegedly.
I would love for Uncle Howdy's first feud to be with Jay.
And that's perfect to get him out of the
King of the Ring mix, out of the
world title scene. It's perfect
Yeah,
segue, and it's still an important storyline for Jay.
But
So
all
not
things
taking
considered,
anything away.
we're in May, right? If everyone's hoping for that whole Survivor Series Bloodline feud, you have to start planning now. And putting him in a story with Uncle Howdy, it would be rushed.
Put him in a story with Uncle Howdy. He's outnumbered. I could see his brother coming to his aid and them coming back together, and that slowly, little by little.
But again, you're
forms
bringing
the
back
other
Uncle
side
Howdy.
of the bloodline.
Hold on, you're bringing back Uncle Howdy, and now you're gonna have them lose to the Blink 3.0, whatever the hell they're gonna call themselves.
Yeah.
Because then if they lose, if the bloodline loses going into Survivor Series, then it's like.
So I think other than the bloodline, tell me if I'm way off on this. I think that the bloodline that's the number one storyline right now still, right? With Cody and kind of neck and neck, I'm sure. Even though not
really.
I think as far as catching my interest, I'm very interested in what happens with the bloodline every week.
We want to see how it evolves, and I want to see what happens and how.
Other than that, the hype of the Uncle Howdy return has been second to none, and that means that it's a very, very important storyline to Triple H. And I think that if this falls flat, this will be Triple H's first failure, and they need this to really. It's not going to. They need this to really pop. They can't make any. They can't make any missteps with this debut. Like, they really have to put him over.
But then again,
because he can't just ride on the coattails of Bray forever.
Correct. But at the same time, the whole bloodline versus bloodline at Survivor Series isn't set in stone. It's fan fiction right now. It's what we want to see. It would be great to see it, but there's a really big possibility it's not going to happen. Just like Stone Cold coming back at Mania. We all wanted it. It was a possibility.
That would have happened if they paid him his money. If they would have paid him his money, it would have happened.
I'm just saying, wrestling is...
So here's the thing. The whole bloodline thing is going to die quick without Roman there. Because everyone's waiting to see what's happened. And right now, they're not as hot as they were.
Oh, of course not.
No, because no Roman. When
Roman
comes back,
unfortunately,
when Roman comes back as the greatest baby face of all time.
Right.
All right, guys.
It's funny because hold on, one last thing. It's funny because this is exactly what they wanted for Roman many years ago.
Exactly.
And it took for him to be dominant heel in order to come back as the top baby face in the organization.
It usually happens, right? It's not the first time we've seen it.
Hogan. Went from babyface to heel.
We've seen it. They all
that was just a crack of thunder.
Yeah,
that was just
they all hop between heel and
lucky.
babyface all the time. Oh well,
I just can't wait.
Not really.
I can't wait to see Roman Reigns fans suddenly become sneakerheads out of nowhere now and start buying all of the Air Reigns because he's collabing with Jordan now and selling Jordans.
I did see that.
They're all gonna buy it. Yeah,
of course they're gonna buy it. They're all gonna be sneakerheads and say they've been buying sneakers for 20 years now. But let's continue.
As we move on here, Queen of the Ring 2024 quarterfinal match. Io Sky defeats Shayna Baszler in a great match, 10 minutes. No real storyline here other than the Queen of the Ring on the line. But this was a really good match by all accounts. Yeah, really good match by all accounts, though.
It
was. I'm happy Io won. Will she win the whole thing? I don't know. Because I think we all know, we see the writing on the wall. It's going to be like, another member of the bloodline. But
yeah, Nia.
Hey, where's the lie? Tell me when I'm lying.
It could be her, or it could be Bianca.
Who?
Bianca.
You think Bianca?
Interesting. We move on to another King of the Ring qualifier. This time it's not Xavier Woods. Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods' best friend, taking on Gunther. 13 minutes and 50 seconds. Gunther advances to the next round of the King of the Ring.
Gotta say, I'm glad Kofi put up a fight.
Yeah.
Yes, that was key for this match.
Yeah, that was the biggest part, because when you have a huge powerhouse like Gunther coming in, I was hoping it wasn't going to be a squash match.
Yeah,
I'm glad Kofi pulled through, had a long, decent match. We all knew he wasn't gonna win, but he still put on a show.
Quick note before that match started: Samantha Irvin brings out WWE announcer Lillian Garcia, who puts Samantha over big time, and that was awesome to see. Just a quick note on that.
And listen, even though we all know Samantha's the GOAT, Lillian
was great.
Lillian was it? What's that saying go? Lillian walked so she could run.
There you go.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
Chad Gable continues to berate and mistreat his Alpha Academy teammates before revealing Otis will battle Sami Zayn and Akira Tozawa will face off with Big Bronson Reed. Wow, that was
abuse.
That's tough. So that was the next match. Bronson Reed defeats Akira Tozawa in 1 minute and 15 seconds. Squash match. Nothing to talk about there. Karrion Kross.
I mean, you can compare that match. Hold on, you can compare that match to when Little Spike Dudley used to go up against Bam Bam.
Yep.
Yeah, it was pretty rough.
Except Little Spike Dudley used to put more effort into getting his butt whooped.
Trying, yeah. Karrion Kross, backstage segment with Kofi Kingston, says there's always time to turn things around. Interesting interaction there between those two. Gable berates Tozawa after the match. Backstage, Kathy Kelly points out that Ilya Dragunov defeated Gunther last time they met.
Dragon.
Jimmy Uso was essential to the ring general, defeating Jey Uso the last time they clashed, and Ludwig Kaiser factored into Sheamus losing to the former Intercontinental Champion last week. Kaiser responded by saying he would embarrass the Celtic Warrior, seemingly setting up a program between them. So maybe a program between Kaiser and Sheamus coming up. Then we had a Queen of the Ring tournament match. Lyra defeats Zoe Stark in 9 minutes.
I really wasn't.
Not a lot.
No, I wasn't in on that one.
I mean, honestly, they dropped the ball on Zoe Starks. I mean, with the whole Stratus thing that they had going, they had something good, and then it just fell flat on its face.
Yeah, and it looks like Lyra. It looks like Lyra is the next, the next thing from NXT that they're pushing. Adam Pearce backstage says there will be a fatal 4-way match to determine the number 1 contenders for the World Tag Team titles at the end of the night. New Catch Republic, Authors of Pain, Finn Balor, and Dominic Mysterio, and the Creed brothers. Well, not Dominic Mysterio. That's a typo there because JD McDonough.
It was JD McDonough. Yeah.
Sami Zayn versus Otis was next. Sami Zayn defeated Otis in 2 minutes. Yeah.
I feel bad for Otis.
The moment where Otis finally stands up for himself is going to be great.
Yes,
that's what they're. I'm pretty sure they're building into that.
And like, the guy went from being a Money in the Bank winner, to I don't know.
Did he lose the briefcase to? Did he lose the briefcase to what's his face?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I love my boy Otis, man. They gotta treat him better. Then again, he gets paid pretty well, probably. So,
I mean, without Alpha Academy, what can Otis do for us?
We'll see. He could do the worm.
Plenty.
He could do the worm.
Plenty, exactly. Frontwards and backwards.
Becky Lynch versus Dakota Kai was next. Ended in a no contest when Io Sky and Kairi Sane get involved at the end, drawing a disqualification victory for Becky. Out of nowhere, Liv Morgan appeared and attacked Lynch. Match between Lynch and Dakota Kai was pretty good, actually. 10 minutes. Some good in-ring action. The women's division on Raw is stacked.
It is. Let's see how they're able to put some storylines together.
Yeah. Backstage, JD McDonough warned Braun Strowman to stay out of Judgment Day business. Doesn't look like Braun Strowman took him very seriously.
How is JD McDonough still in Judgment Day?
Listen, JD McDonough is the Judgment Day as Disco was the NWO Wolfpack.
Yeah.
Damn. Disco Inferno.
He was a member, but no one took him serious.
Damn. Like, for me, R-Truth is more of a member of Judgment Day than he is.
Wow.
Yes. That was great.
Thanks. Next, we had the WWE World Tag Team Title #1 contendership Fatal 4-Way match.
Sounds like another TCR plug right there. Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
The Judgment Day takes the dub over Authors of Pain, Akam and Razor, and New Catch Republic and the Creed Brothers. Creed Brothers been taking a lot of L's lately. They're kind of burying them a little bit. They were.
The Authors of Pain are still getting L's. And they're
Authors of Pain are jobbers, bro.
Tell us how you really feel.
That's horrible because they're a great tag.
It does. It stinks because they could have been great. I'd send them back to NXT and let them dominate for a couple of months. Then the main event of the evening was the King of the Ring the King of the Ring tournament match between Jey Uso and Ilya Dragunov. Great match here between the two. Jey Uso gets the dub. 13 minutes. Great match here. Do you think that Dragunov? Do you think
why Jey Uso won that match?
Well, to set up what, Jey Uso versus Gunther?
No, just because he's Jey Uso.
Well,
because honestly, Ilya Dragunov is a much better wrestler than Jey Uso is.
Oh wow, that's a hot take.
All right, guys, everybody listening right now,
hot
email inside the 20x20 at tcrnetwork.co and tell us how wrong Cross is.
Tell me how wrong Cross is and why.
And why?
Do you guys think that Dragunov? Do you think Dragunov is an overseller though?
I mean, all good performers are oversellers.
I don't know about that.
Look at Shawn Michaels. Look at Dolph Ziggler.
True. Shawn Michaels is.
I don't know.
Shawn Michaels. Remember his fight with Hogan?
Yeah, but he did that. He did it on purpose, though. That was on purpose, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at Ric Flair. Ric Flair oversells a lot of dumb moves.
That's true too.
Well, Jey Uso moves on, and he's gonna take on Gunther, and that is gonna be tonight on Monday Night Raw. Actually, is that match to see who gets into the finals of the King of the Ring. So we'll find out who's going to be on the SmackDown side, who is going to be in the semifinals when we cover SmackDown. But next on Inside the 20x20, we are going to cover AEW's week's events. Plus, we're going to give you some double or nothing predictions. Stay tuned. Inside the 20x20 comes back at you right after these very short commercial messages.
Very short. The TCR Network presents the Tuesday Night Titans, Twitch's longest running eFed. Come check us out every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. live on Twitch, where we have the hardest hitting eFed of all time. If you want to join in on the action, please check us out at tcrnetwork.co.
And welcome back to Inside the 20 by 20 episode 5. We are in the midst of a crazy busy wrestling week and a crazy busy wrestling weekend coming up this weekend with both King and Queen of the Ring and Double or Nothing. Let's get into AEW's action from last week. AEW Dynamite number 241 was live from Everett, Washington. No attendance given here on cagematch.net. I wonder why. And the night kicked off with some Blackpool Combat Club action versus Jeff Cobb and Kyle Fletcher. It was Moxley and Bryan Danielson. Moxley making his entrance and gets attacked by Cobb and Fletcher from behind. This was a 12-minute and 57-second match, which ended with the Blackpool Combat Club getting the dub. Cross, any thoughts on what they're doing with the Blackpool Combat Club here and your boy Kyle Fletcher and Jeff Cobb? I don't think I've heard of those guys before.
So Kyle Fletcher and Jeff Cobb, NJPW wrestlers. Jeff Cobb actually did a couple of stints in AEW. He was a hired gun for Chris Jericho at one point. He's been in TNA. Very good overall. They were actually aligned with Will Ospreay in New Japan.
That makes sense.
The Blackpool Combat Club. I see the cracks showing up, especially between Claudio and Danielson. So I'm hoping that little club breaks up.
That could be interesting.
Because right now none of them are doing anything individually except for Mox as IWGP champion. Claudio needs a good heel run, a very good single heel run. He needs to be AEW champion.
He does. He's
plus,
way overdue for any world championship.
This is Danielson's last year, so
yeah.
Let him move on to be a producer. He would be very good at that.
I do remember. Yeah, I did read recently that he plans on retiring soon.
He said it himself. He said it on many interviews. This is his last year as a full-time professional wrestler.
Then we had Adam Copeland come out, and he's immediately ambushed by Brody King and Buddy Matthews. They beat the crap out of Adam Copeland and take his wedding ring. I thought it was, when they were doing that, I thought it was the Hall of Fame ring for a second. I was like, why are they taking his Hall of Fame ring?
Hey, give me that ring.
Yeah, yeah, like they'll show that ring on AEW television.
Next matchup saw the EVPs. Yeah, they would do it for attention.
They probably. I think they
for the viral moment, they'll definitely do that. We had the EVPs versus Seidel and Christopher Daniels still wrestling. Good lord.
He's the fallen angel.
I know.
He was big in TNA.
Competitive match, but we all knew who was going to go over here. The Bucks get the dub. 8 minutes and 30 seconds. Matt Seidel.
And unfortunately, they fired Christopher Daniels as well.
They fired him after the show?
After the match. In the ring.
Oh,
storyline.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful. Heel's gonna do heel things.
Yes.
I still think
Heel's gonna be healing.
Heels be healing. I still think that Matt Seidel has been underused in every single organization that he's been in. So,
I mean, he was born again, so just saying.
Yeah. Then we had a squash match for Mr. Hook. Hook defeats Sebastian Wolf in, get this, 28 seconds. 28-second match, guys.
Not our boy Sebastian.
Sebastian getting the jobberino.
I have no idea what the hell that was.
Then Hook grabs the mic, calls out Chris Jericho. Hook is terrible on the mic. Chris Jericho comes out with Big Bill. Jericho says if Hook wins a qualification match on Collision, he might be able to earn a shot back for the FTW title. Hook then attacks Jericho. Big Bill takes down Hook. Shibata comes out to make the save and clear the ring. Shibata and Hook stand tall.
Always standing tall.
Standing tall.
Standing tall. Then we had Swerve come out in an AEW World Title Eliminator match and defeats Brian Cage, who once again does the job. But this time, at least, it was a 15-minute match. I think this felt like the first time Cage has had his chance to kind of shine a little bit. Ross,
yep.
Your thoughts?
He did. Yep. Brian Cage actually showed a lot of how he used to wrestle when he was, a monster and being pushed.
Mm-hmm.
Again, he's just the wasted talent.
Yeah. Then we had the best thing AEW has going right now: Tony Storm defeating Harley Cameron, 7 minutes and 9 seconds. Did you guys hear? Oh man, I think we forgot to talk about it last time, or maybe it was because we were off the air for that 1 week. That the promo that she gave after the last pay-per-view with Tony Khan sitting next to her.
The media scrum?
Yeah, where she was like, Tony, I promise that when I'll never invite you out to the ring whenever I win a world title or whatever it was, like kind of poking at Cody. And then she said that Nikki Bella couldn't hold a blank.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Nikki Bella couldn't hold a blank scented candle, and it's the word for a cat. Cat scented candle to her.
Yeah, I heard that one.
Wait, hold on. You can say pussycat. Pussycat is allowed.
Sure, it was a pussycat scented candle. That's what she was saying.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
What's new, pussycat? Whoa, whoa, whoa. So I just want to say, Tony Storm, I love you. And
Tony Storm is the best at women's division.
I would, when you eventually do arrive with this character in WWE, you're gonna blow up larger than you've ever imagined under with Triple H's help.
That's true.
Just saying.
I think Tony Khan would actually pay her a lot more than WWE would.
And Tony Khan is gonna have to
keep her.
He is gonna have to kiss that ass, and let me tell you, he's gonna have to sign that check. Luckily for Tony Khan, he's got
the money.
He's got the money to burn. He's got the money to burn.
That would be so nice.
Your AEW Continental title match was your main event. Champion Okada defeated Dax Harwood 16 minutes in Instant Classic, maybe? What do you think, Cross? Did you see it? I didn't get a chance to watch this yet.
I did watch it. It was a good match. Dax Harwood has proven he can be a single wrestler.
Yeah.
But I look at Dax Harwood the same way I look at Jey Uso. They're better in a tag team, not as individuals.
Mid-card for life?
Mid-card for life, yes.
The Rainmaker gets the win by using a low blow behind the ref's back because obviously Okada is a heel now. The Elite come out to attack Harwood. Danielson and Wheeler tried to help, but were taken down. Darby Allin's music hits, and Darby's back. He attacks Perry with a skateboard.
I don't understand.
Can we talk about the jacket that Darby Allin had on? That wonderful pink jacket. That fluffy, wonderful pink jacket. How does that fit with his gimmick? Please, someone tell me.
Getting hit by a bus does things to you, man.
So he did.
Getting hit by a bus does some things to you.
But isn't his foot broken?
Dude, it's a major hardcore stadium stampede match. The camera probably won't even be on him for like 20 minutes.
So they're gonna try to keep him safe, is what you're saying. I hear you. That would be good. Listen,
pretty much.
It's great. And listen, guys, before that match, we actually had a promo that got cut that I missed. Willow and Mercedes contract signing for the TBS title bout at Double or Nothing. The segment ended with Willow putting Mercedes through the table after she tried to attack first. So that was a pretty cool moment, actually. Good to see Mercedes actually doing something to earn that huge check that she got from Tony Khan.
That's how you really feel.
So we'll see about that.
I mean, look, if I was Mercedes, I wouldn't pass up that money either.
I mean, who would? To do, she hasn't wrestled once. She hasn't wrestled once, right?
No.
Unbelievable. All right.
This will be her debut match.
I can't wait to not see it.
Oh, we gonna see it.
All right, so then, so let's take a look here. So we had Rampage take place after Collision, correct?
Rampage took place after Collision. Yeah.
After
that's on Saturday.
After Collision.
So, yeah, we just did Dynamite. Let's move on to Collision.
We're moving on to Collision, which is Saturday's AEW offering. Not quite the go home show.
I'm not gonna lie.
Go ahead.
I'm not gonna lie. Collision kind of sucked this week for me.
Whoa.
It sucked so much. I had to actually fall asleep and rewind it this morning to watch it again.
Can't say I'm surprised.
Damn.
Tony Khan's amazing storytelling keeps you gripped.
He needs Jesus.
Keeps you gripped. AEW Collision number 45, taped in Portland, Oregon, from the Moda Center.
Oh.
No attendance given again.
No attendance at all.
I think it's pretty interesting. I think it's pretty interesting that they haven't been giving the attendance figures for at least, where I look. They're not giving the attendance.
I think it's because they've mostly been house show numbers.
Yeah.
So
I would tend to agree with that. So let's see. Collision kicked off with Will Ospreay and Shane Taylor getting ready to fight when the Undisputed Kingdom comes out to watch the action up close. Ospreay takes the dub over Shane Taylor, 9 minutes and 56 seconds. I don't think Ospreay is going to lose a match this year in AEW.
He's going to lose a match.
Think so?
Yeah, especially if it's up against the Undisputed Era, he's going to lose a match.
FTW
Meaning
title.
If he goes after this dude's belt.
I don't think he will. They're going to protect him like crazy.
Not my belt.
FTW title Contender Series qualifying match. Hook defeats Johnny TV in 3 minutes and 26 seconds. Good to see. Good to see Johnny Morrison out there.
Johnny Morrison, Johnny TV, Johnny Mundo, Johnny Impact,
Johnny Nitro.
Johnny Nitro. How many different Johnnies has he? I like
the man of 1,000 moves.
I like Johnny
Our
TV.
names.
I like Johnny TV.
The man of 1,000 Johnnies.
Johnny Infinity.
We had another FTW title Contender Series qualifying match. Shibata defeating Rocky Romero, 9 minutes 59 seconds.
Sukar.
Pretty stiff match from what I heard.
Yes, it was a very New Japan match.
Very New Japan match, yes. Another FTW title Contender Series match. Brian Keith defeats Boulder in 1 minute and 43 seconds. Boulder, ladies and gentlemen. Boulder is kind of looks like Ivar a little bit. I guess he's AEW's Ivar.
No, he's down with that clique. I forgot what the hell the name of that clique is.
Yeah, he's with the other Bronson. And,
Braun Strowman?
And Jacked Jameson.
Yeah.
Jacked Jameson. That's the name of the wrestler, guys.
Yeah, Jack Jameson. Yeah. That's his name. DDP turning right over there. Look at him.
Oh my god. Jacked Jameson is what they used to call me in high school.
No.
Hi-yo.
I love it.
Because I was always jacked up on Jameson. Hello. Orange Cassidy versus Isaiah. Oh, there was Cassidy versus Cassidy here. Cassidy versus Cassidy match. Great booking by Tony Khan, by the way. Cassidy, it'll be funny. Cassidy versus Cassidy. Orange gets the dub. I don't know. What do you guys think? Cross? Orange Cassidy? Still a thing? After all this time?
I think he's... since we've started covering
we need a break. We need a break from Orange.
It's gotten worse and worse as the weeks have progressed here with us doing this show for the last 6 weeks here.
Well,
I don't see any improvement.
I see the story with Trent. I get it. But I think in order for Trent to come out on top, he has to hurt Orange in a way that he's off TV for a while. Make us miss him.
Yeah.
So we can get excited about him. Because right now the story is stale.
Yep.
Orange gets the dub, 12 minutes. Serena D versus Anna Jay was next.
This is actually a good match.
Both of these women have, I was just going to say they've both been on a little bit of a winning streak lately, but there was no doubt that it was going to be Dee picking up the win here as she is slated to take on Toni Storm at Double or Nothing.
Did you watch the strip show after the match?
I did not.
What?
It was a strip show?
Yeah, so...
Is that on YouTube?
So Luther comes out, takes her flag, Serena Deep's flag, takes it up to the ramp. And then Toni Storm comes out. Mariah May and Luther hold the flag up. Toni Storm gets behind and strips, and then wraps the flag around herself.
Oh, I need to watch that.
So is it like the cat type of incident from back in the day?
No. That was the one where she had her boobs painted. Right? Yeah.
So this is more like a Kimono Wanalea from ECW, where she danced atop the ECW arena.
Yeah. It's stripping, but it's child friendly.
Pretty much.
Yeah, sure.
Serena Deep gets the win, 8 minutes 33 seconds. Next, we had Nick Wayne versus Jack Cartwheel. Yes, everyone, Jack Cartwheel. Jack Cartwheel versus Jack Jameson and Boulder. Triple threat match for the who has the worst wrestling name title. Sorry. It's Boulder, by the way.
By the way, Jack Cartwheel did do a cartwheel in the match.
Of course he did. Nick Wayne.
I hope he did.
Nick Wayne picks up the... I hope he did. That's his whole gimmick. 2 minutes and 22 seconds. Nick Wayne, thank God, gets the win and doesn't lose to Jack Cartwheel. Here on the notes it says, Cartwheel really does have a nice cartwheel. Oh, Lord. AEW. Come on, pick it up, guys. And your main event was a 6-man tag team match. Bryan Danielson and FTR defeated Lance Archer and The Righteous. 12 minutes and 52 seconds. This was a very collision-y match. FTR gets the win with a Shatter Machine on Vincent.
Dope name, though. Shattered Machine.
Rest in peace, Virgil. Vincent. The real Vincent. And then the losers take out their frustrations on the winners with a post-match attack. And
I actually like this team of Lance Archer and The Righteous. They're actually a cohesive unit when they want to be.
So Lance Archer is another one that I feel is wasted in AEW. Great wrestler, great agility, can do everything.
Yup.
He's super athletic. Super athletic, and he's just a waste. I thought when he first showed up on the scene, they were doing him justice. They put him in a couple squash matches to make him look great. He had Jake the Snake with him.
I remember that.
You know what I mean? Like, it was dope.
Well, Jake the Snake still shows up. It's just, he's old and fragile right now.
And he's running for Congress.
Give him the microphone, bro. Give Jake the microphone. Cut one of those promos.
He does live off the grid, though. Did you say? Hold on. Speaking of Jake, real quick, did you see one of his most recent interviews that he kind of he goes to Mexico and he has a house in Mexico?
No.
in the middle of like nowhere with no internet and nothing. He has no electricity, no running water. He only has like solar panels. It's
That's good though. He should be like that.
Yeah, he literally lives off the grid.
Leave him out there, bro. Leave him out there, away from the temptation. And then right after Collision, guys, we had a special Saturday night edition of AEW Rampage, which kicked off with Kyle O'Reilly versus Lee Moriarty. O'Reilly picking up the dub in 9 minutes and 55 seconds. Cross, did you happen to catch this Rampage match between O'Reilly and Moriarty?
I did watch this match. Yes, I did.
Two hard-hitting technicians.
I'm sorry. I completely messed that up. It wasn't Jake the Snake. It was Jesse Ventura. My bad. I get my
Jesse Ventura lives off the grid.
Jesse Ventura lives off the grid.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Sorry, my bad. People listening right now are probably gonna losing their shit.
If you want to complain about Gambino's error, right?
Yes.
Inside the 20x20 at tcrnetwork.co.
You could win a shirt.
You could win a shirt for complaining, you know?
Listen, whenever I say something, if it's inaccurate, just email us and you're entered to win it.
There you go. Okay, O'Reilly and Moriarty, cross, go.
Clinic. Wrestling clinic. I mean, Lee Moriarty, much respect to that man. He is very technical and his ability is amazing. He should have been at least, TNT champion by now. And of course, Kyle O'Reilly. Everyone knows Kyle O'Reilly is good. I don't know what direction they're going with O'Reilly right now, but I'm hoping that he eventually finds his way to the Undisputed, whatever the hell they call themselves now.
Undisputed Kingdom.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
Haha, I knew something about AEW that Cross didn't.
No, because I'm thinking United Empire, and I'm like, no, that's
United Airlines.
Undisputed. Dude, there's so many factions in AEW. I get tired of trying to keep track of them.
Guys, guess who was in action next against a local talent? It was Rush.
Did he stand tall?
Toro Blanco.
After he picks up the dub in 37 seconds against Cody Chun.
Not to be confused with the other Cody.
El Toro Blanco. Oh, you think that was subliminal?
It could have been.
Mm-hmm. I think it was.
Cody Chun gets squashed. El Toro Blanco wins, and then he beats him up after the match just for fun. Then we had Deonna Purrazzo taking on Robin Renegade. Robin Renegade, another great wrestling name. However, the name wasn't good enough to defeat the Virtuosa. 7 minutes, 13 seconds. Deonna Purrazzo gets the dub. And yeah, that's all I got to say about that. Anthony Bowens versus Brian Cage was your main event of the evening. And Brian Cage picks up a dub on TV. 11 minutes, 44 seconds. Looking strong. What did you think? I was actually... I'm a little surprised that Cage gets the dub over Bowens here.
I'm kind of glad that Cage got the dub over Bowens. Nothing against Anthony Bowens, but Brian Cage is a monster. He should be reflecting that.
The Vanilla Gorilla gets the dub. And that closes out AEW Dynamite, Collision, and Rampage. What do you guys think of this Rampage with Collision for the last several weeks? It's been 3 hours of AEW on Saturday nights. Does it feel like kind of a chore? Does it feel like kind of a chore to get through in one sitting, or is it more digestible? Breaking it up and watching it in hour intervals maybe.
Is it really a chore?
Oh, we lost you, Cross.
We lost Cross. Look at his face.
Oh, no. Take a screenshot.
I don't need to. I have video.
Look where his hand is, too.
Oh, God. This doesn't look good for Cross, guys. Oh,
God.
no. This has got to go. This is going viral right here. This is the viral clip.
No. Oh no.
Not like this.
Oh no. Poor Cross.
Well, we're gonna close out the AEW segment, and we're gonna get Cross back.
Please. Let's give
we'll be right back. We'll be right back with more Inside the 20 by 20. Maybe Cross will be here, maybe not. Stay tuned, everybody. We'll be right back.
I'm dying. The TCR Network presents the Tuesday Night Titans, Twitch's longest running eFed. Come check us out every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. live on Twitch, where we have the hardest hitting eFed of all time. If you want to join in on the action, please check us out at tcrnetwork.co.
And welcome back to Inside the 20 by 20, everyone. We got Cross back. Don't worry. He's here.
I fell off the boat. Sorry.
He fell off the internet. He's back now.
Listen, again, if you're watching it on YouTube or go to the YouTube channel, screenshot the photo with your best caption. Send it in to Inside the 20 by 20 at tcrnetwork.co. You could win a t-shirt.
Take a screenshot. You can also tweet at us. Tweet at us Inside the 20 by 20. Make sure you tag at Cross718 and tag Thomas 718. That's what I said, right?
Oh wow.
718. This guy. 718 is the same thing, bro.
It is. I'm
get that screenshot and let's spread that screenshot around Twitter for a little while. It'll be great.
Oh gee, thanks.
It'll be fantastic. Friday Night SmackDown number 1291, May 17th, live from Jacksonville, Florida, at the ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Corey Graves, Wade Barrett on commentary, and the show opens up with the contract signing between Cody Rhodes and Gambino's favorite wrestler, Logan Paul. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. What'd you guys think of the so I thought this was going to be a double championship scenario, but apparently Logan has weaseled his way out of that, and this match at King of the Ring is going to be for the WWE Undisputed Championship only. What do you guys think of that revelation last week?
I think it's a Crockett-ish.
Oh.
It's a Crockett-ish. He is undeserving of title shots, and they keep giving it to him.
Logan Paul, I
yes.
was under the impression it was to drop the United States Championship, but now it's not for the United States Championship. It's just for the Undisputed. So I don't know. They gotta do something with that belt. It's only been defended how many times? Twice in like a year?
He has a Roman schedule.
Yep. So we had Bianca Belair versus Tiffany Stratton in a Queen of the Ring quarterfinal match, with Bianca Belair picking up the dub, 13 minutes, 28 seconds. Tiffany Stratton had a little, I could say, what's it called? A wardrobe malfunction? I don't know if you guys have seen that yet, but she did have a major wardrobe malfunction.
She also had a social media malfunction this week.
Well, yeah, I saw that. The Jade Cargill video that she posted got a lot of heat online.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so torn with the whole issue, right? Like, did she accidentally tweet it? I mean, not tweet. She accidentally post it. Like, what's the whole story behind it? Like, I thought it was an act. Like, she said that she didn't really know what the background was. I mean, like,
yes, someone posted the video. And she shared it.
Right. Did she not? Apparently she didn't listen to it, because you got to be a complete idiot to just share it with listening to it.
Of course she listened to it.
You think?
What? So think about
it. Who in their right mind would do that?
Hold on. There's nothing on the video. There's nothing on the video about her hitting Jade.
Yes.
Silent. If you're listening to it, silent. Why would you share just that?
There was the time that Rhea Ripley shared the tribute photo that she got unknowingly. And that's very X-rated, by the way, so we'll just keep it at that.
Yeah, but she's mommy. There's a big difference.
Like, sometimes these people share shit without knowing what they're sharing.
Well, it's because of her sharing that she got screwed out of the Queen of the Ring, because rumor has it she was slated to win.
Well, I also read that she didn't get any heat from anyone backstage because of it. So there's rumors, there's circulating rumor and innuendo that say both that she was supposed to win and this held her back because Triple H, is trying to stay away from controversy.
She can avoid getting heat without still getting punished.
Yeah. I guess we'll find out. I mean, she lost, so let's see where this leaves her after the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
LA Knight versus Tama Tonga, King of the Ring.
You mean Donnie from the Wild Thornberries?
Yeah, I don't know why he's acting like. Anyway,
I know that's his thing, right, Cross? Because you used to watch him in New Japan, right?
Is that his thing?
Like that was his thing. That's his thing, right? That's the thing he does. But like,
I like what Drew McIntyre tweeted, like who fed Tama after 8 a.m. after 8 p.m. or something like that. When you feed him, that's the Gremlins.
The Gremlins.
Yeah, the Gremlins. Yeah.
So Solo providing the distraction long enough for Tonga to hit the flatliner for the win. Tonga surprisingly gets the dub surprisingly in my opinion, over LA Knight. 8 minutes and 43 seconds. It doesn't surprise me though as far as the King of the Ring goes, as where the brackets stand. And we'll talk about that in a second. Nia Jax versus Jade Cargill was next. Jax gives a quick interview backstage before heading to the ring for her quarterfinal Queen of the Ring match against Cargill. Jax getting the dub by count out here.
DQ. I think it was DQ.
Was it DQ?
It was DQ, yes.
Okay, yeah. Because
count out here was DQ and over here.
No, because what's freaking Jade hit her with a chair. And then she was like, "Oh, what the hell? I just hitting her with a chair." And we're like, "You can't hit her with a chair. It's a normal match."
Pretty obvious way to.
It was a good way to save both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if Jade wins, then it's her versus Bianca, which doesn't really make sense because they're the tag team champions.
Right. Plus, they're saving that feud for WrestleMania.
Yeah, that'll come next. Yep. Austin Theory and Grayson Waller come out on commentary to watch DIY take on Angel and Berto. DIY defeats Angel and Berto. This was an unannounced match without much story behind, but with the champions at ringside, seems WWE wants to set up the winners as the next number one contenders. So we're looking at a DIY versus Austin Theory and Grayson
A-Town Down Under.
Yep. Theory did mention being in the way in NXT, by the way.
Yep.
On commentary. So little drop.
Johnny Gargano's his favorite wrestler.
Dropping little hints there. DIY with the dub over Legado de Fantasma. 7 minutes 55 seconds. And then in your main event, you had a King of the Ring quarterfinal bout between Carmelo Hayes and the Viper Randy Orton. Hayes, a couple segments and couple promos here to hype a match, and I think it looks like they're setting up a feud between Carmelo and LA Knight.
Yeah.
Melo don't miss. He lost last night.
He gets RKO'd and takes the L versus Randy Orton. Randy Orton cuts a promo on the Bloodline after match. 10 minutes and 38 seconds. Randy Orton, the dub.
So Kevin Owens is going to come out, right? Obviously, he's going to be there for Randy because Tama's going to have his crew with him, or KO might eventually show up, or whatever. But why? Why give Randy the win? Why not push Hayes out a little bit more to give him a little bit? Like Randy doesn't need that push.
No, because this is going to set up Randy versus Gunther for the final.
You think Randy versus Gunther for the final?
That's more attractive than Gunther versus Hayes.
I don't think it's more attractive than Jay versus Tama, though.
Yeah. Like,
do you really want Jay Uso as the King of the Ring?
It's gonna happen, bro.
Originally, my idea would have been perfect. It would have been Gunther versus Dragunov would have been great as a finale for the King of the Ring.
They're on the same show, so that wouldn't work.
But so now it's not going to happen. So now, honestly, the hot ticket item would be Jay and Tama, Bloodline, Bloodline versus Bloodline 1.0 versus 2.0.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but my thing is, right, if Jay wins, Jay's the king of the ring, what does he get out of that storyline? Right? Then if Tama wins,
adds an accolade to what's it called?
If Tama wins, he's the king of the ring, but he's still reporting to Solo.
But he's the king.
So it doesn't really work.
How about Jay versus Randy?
I don't see Jay beating Gunther though now.
There's a little,
but that's what I'm saying. Jay's not gonna beat Gunther, and if he does, it's due to shenanigans. And Randy, honestly, he doesn't need the title.
So that would be Gunther, Randy, and Gunther going for the dub.
It'll be Gunther and Randy going for the final, and Gunther winning. I can see Gunther being that king, that evil king like King Booker was. Because the last King Xavier was kind of sucks.
King Booker! Oh, hell! King Booker!
Gunther would actually play the role better.
I think so, too. He even has his loyal subject, Kaiser.
Right.
To do
and
his
plus,
bidding.
not to mention, it would be dope if they, bring in Ilya Dragunov as the new third member of Imperium.
Yeah. A couple dark matches after SmackDown, by the way. Awesome Truth defeat the Judgment Day in a WWE World Tag Team title match, and Damian Priest defeats Kofi Kingston in a WWE World Heavyweight title match. Dark match.
Nice. So the title's still getting defended. Not on TV. Do you think the days of the title changing hands on dark matches are over?
Yeah.
They're long gone.
Not the main titles. The main titles.
Or house shows.
I can see tag team titles.
Saying, only if someone's injured.
Yeah. I could see tag team titles changing hands at house shows. Intercontinental title changing hands at house shows.
Or by accident.
True.
Yeah. Well, when we come back, everybody, we're going to give you our quick predictions for both Double or Nothing and the King and Queen of the Ring. Stick around. You don't want to miss it. Inside the 20 by 20 comes right back at you right after this.
The TCR Network presents the Tuesday Night Titans, Twitch's longest running eFed. Come check us out every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. live on Twitch, where we have the hardest hitting eFed of all time. If you want to join in on the action, please check us out at tcrnetwork.co.
And welcome back to Inside the 20 by 20, episode 5. We are about to get into our King and Queen of the Ring predictions, and then our Double or Nothing predictions. Action-packed weekend of wrestling, guys. Let's start with the King and Queen of the Ring. Let's start with the tournament itself. The tournament itself is going to see 2 more semifinals matches take place this week. So tonight we're going to see Gunther versus Jey Uso. And Friday night we're going to see Randy Orton versus Tama Tonga. The winners of those 2 matches are going to compete in the final. I know that we've been talking about it here. Who do you guys think? Let's do quick predictions. We don't have to get into crazy explanations because we kind of talked about it a little bit. So between Gunther and Jey Uso, who's taking that win?
Gunther.
Business-wise, I want to say Jay because my finals will be. Oh, you know what? You know what? That's Jay. I'm not going into it. We already got into it before.
I'm gonna say Gunther.
It's hard, right? It's hard.
I'm gonna say Gunther. Yeah.
I know deep down you want to say Jay.
I do want to say Jay, but I feel like there's gonna be some shenanigans against Jay.
Shenanigans
with Kaiser. Kaiser's gonna be at ringside. He's probably gonna interfere, and Jay's gonna lose.
Giving Jay a little bit of that bloodline taste.
And then, so Gunther's in the finals. So then Randy Orton versus Tama on SmackDown. Who do you guys got there?
Randy, all day.
Tama. Because the finale, I would prefer to see.
I'm going to say after the promo he cut on the bloodline, it would not make sense for him to lose on Friday versus Tama. So I'm going to say Randy Orton overcomes the odds on Friday to beat Tama. Go to the finals of the King of the Ring, which would then be Gunther versus Randy Orton. Guys, who is your new King of the Ring?
Gunther.
So if I get my way, it's be Jay versus Tama, and I would say Jay. But if it's Gunther versus Randy, it's definitely going to be Gunther. Randy doesn't need it.
I would say
it's going to be the Ring General.
I'm going to agree and say that Gunther is going to be your new King of the Ring. Let's go over to the ladies' side. We got Io Sky and Lyra Valkyria on Monday Night Raw. I know I said that wrong.
Valkyria.
It's like a Magic the Gathering card. Lyra Valkyria.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Exactly what it is.
Get out of here with that, bro.
I think it was a play on Taro Valkyrie.
It could be.
That's what I always. Yeah. That's where I got confused with them in the beginning, at least.
Yeah. And then Nia Jax versus Bianca on the SmackDown side. I got Io with the dub on Raw. Who do you guys have between Io and Lyra?
Io, hands down.
I want to say Io, but I think that they're doing a good job pushing Lyra, so I'm going to go with Lyra.
All right, and then Nia Jax versus Bianca. Who you guys got on that side?
Nia.
Again, I want to say Bianca, but I think Nia would probably be a more dominant queen of the ring.
I'm going to go Bianca, and then so that'll put Io versus Bianca, and Bianca is your queen of the ring. Who do you guys?
And you think that would cause some jealousy with Jade?
Possibly.
And that's when the rift happens.
If
it's Bianca Valkyrie, I would say Bianca.
Yeah. But if it's Bianca and Valkyrie, I would say Bianca.
I feel like the heels are gonna win both crowns this week.
So that's what I feel.
So
I think that's why I want Nia to win.
Heelish.
So you think it's gonna be Nia?
Victory. Nia. Yeah.
All right. So I got Bianca, and you guys have Nia.
Sounds about right.
See what happens. Then we have our Intercontinental Championship triple threat match. Sami Zayn versus Chad Gable versus Bronson Reed. You guys have... I have Sami Zayn retaining.
Yeah, retaining.
I want Chad to win.
I think Chad might win.
Already?
I think... I don't... You know what it is? Chad is such a good... He's doing great right now, and he's got such a good run. And I feel it's also too soon for Sammy to lose. So I'm torn. I want to see Chad win, but I don't want Sammy to lose. I don't know. But I'm gonna throw some shit against the beep against the wall and say Chad's gonna win it.
So Cross, you got Chad as well.
I want Chad to win. Not necessarily that he's gonna win, but I want him to win.
All right. Way to avoid the question. Good job. Women's World Championship is next. Becky Lynch, the champion, versus Liv Morgan. Does the Liv Morgan revenge tour continue? Or does Becky Lynch retain? I got Liv finally winning this match.
I got Liv.
In the title.
I'm going, same. I'm going
I think they blew it 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, whenever it was. She should have won the Battle Royal. And they're going to course correct here. Yeah. And Liv Morgan is going to be your new Women's World Champion. And finally, the main event for the WWE Undisputed Championship, Cody Rhodes versus Logan Paul. This was initially going to be for both the WWE and United States Championships. Paul rips that contract up and made a new one on SmackDown, and
I know what's going to happen.
Only be for the WWE Championship. Go.
Mark my words. This is what's going to happen. Right before the match starts, Alex comes out and says, you know what, Logan? It's going to be for both titles. You're screwed. And Cody's going to win both titles. Cody 2 belts, baby.
Let's see.
I don't think so.
I just have codes. Cody.
I
got codes.
The thing too.
I got codes.
Cody's winning it regardless. Cody's going to win it regardless, but I have a feeling it's going to somehow become title for title again.
I don't think so, only because they don't want Logan Paul to lose that title. He's getting too much attention with that title, and it's for the same reasons that we've talked about week in and week out with him as a champion. It's just too much free exposure for WWE to take that away from him at this point. He takes it with him everywhere.
At the same time, they still got Prime though, so they still got
but
still got some.
Not everybody drinks that crap.
That is.
I like it. Prime has been going down in sales because everyone's realizing it's disgusting.
No,
not that bad.
So
let's be real.
The codes
Prime that they have at the event is literally just Prime bottles filled with water. But just like Monster, right? When you go to a concerts and you see the artist drinking Monster, it's Monster water. They're not actually drinking energy drinks. But again, I have Cody taking it. Cody
the Coaster gets the dub for me as well. And let's move on to Double or Nothing. AEW's pay-per-view this Sunday, presenting a lot of interesting matchups. Willow Nightingale versus Mercedes Moné for the AEW TBS Championship. Guys, quick prediction. Will we have a new champion?
Moné. She can't.
I like Willow, but she beat Mercedes once. I don't think they're going to make it happen twice. So
Moné gets the dub, in my opinion, too, and finally starts earning her Moné. Roderick Strong versus Will Ospreay for the AEW International Championship. Looks like, my opinion, Will Ospreay is going to get his first AEW singles title and defeat Roderick Strong, because Will Ospreay is not losing ever.
I would like to see that happen. I can get on board with that.
Ospreay's winning that.
Ospreay.
He ain't losing. You're right. He's not losing.
He's not losing.
Nope.
Anarchy in the Arena. The Elite, consisting of Okada, Jack Perry, Matt, and Nick Jackson versus Team AEW, Bryan Danielson, FTR, and Darby Allin. Who gets the dub there? I'm going to go
AEW.
with the Elite.
The Elite.
Ooh, really? I'm going AEW.
The Elite.
Bryan Danielson announcing his retirement and then losing a match right after that. I don't know.
More reason he should just retire now.
Mm-hmm.
Just
go retire, get your Legends contract, show up occasionally on WWE.
Exactly.
Get your ring in 5 years, and you
remember what I said earlier about the cracks showing in the BCC?
Yeah.
Claudio could screw him.
And then Claudio joins the Elite. Elite is the new NWO.
I don't see that. I don't see my boy Claudio doing that though.
Then Tony Khan comes out and it's like, I'm in the Elite.
It's not AEW.
It's
like
when NWO.
I was behind it all.
He pulls out his jacket, his $400 jacket, and it reveals an NWO shirt. And Eric Bischoff fucking beep. And
Eric Bischoff comes out.
Eric Bischoff poops his pants watching.
I'm back.
I'm back. Better than ever. Adam Copeland versus Malachi Black in a barbed wire steel cage match for the AEW TNT. This sounded like a TCR match for the AEW TNT Championship. I got Edge retaining.
What are you doing to yourself, bro?
I know, man.
Why, man? You have the
Make
sunset.
it stop.
You got the horse. You got the sunset. You got the horse. Just ride off, man.
Make it
Just
stop.
Ride off.
Make it stop.
I feel that Edge is gonna win it. But I kind of feel also because he's adding prestige to that TNT title.
Sure.
Right.
As much as he can, yeah.
As much as he possibly can, giving it some name, giving it some length, and lengthy run and all that other stuff. So, but I don't see him holding on to it for that much longer.
But I see him winning this weekend.
But I see him winning this one. I know this guy's gonna say Malachi Black.
It's Malachi Black.
I could have said that for him.
It's Malachi Black. I mean, I would love to see Malachi Black be a single champion in AEW, but
this isn't the one.
I mean, there's not many choices. Well, then again, it is.
What do you mean?
There's
45 titles that he can go for. I got Edge retaining. Well, as if the AEW titles weren't enough, we have a IWGP World Heavyweight Championship match. Jon Moxley versus my favorite wrestler, Takeshita. If
you know what I gotta say though. Wait, before we get into this one real quick, I gotta give credit when credit is due, and at least AEW, whether the fans hate it or love it, AEW is helping the wrestling community by expanding their views or whatever, and being able to see
expand their horizons.
Yeah, like be able to see some New Japan at least,
Yeah.
Because prior to AEW existing, only the hardcore fans knew of NJ, New Japan. and they never really ventured out and watched it.
Yeah.
Like, I used to watch it at like 3 a.m. on Friday nights, right? Like, but other than occasionally or randomly watching it, I never really went out of my way to go watch it.
Right.
I did.
I mean, listen, if it wasn't for AEW, we wouldn't have wrestlers like Boulder, Jacked Jameson,
Cartwheel Johnson,
Cartwheel Kyle, Rebecca Red Robin,
Rebecca Renegade. Hey, listen, the Renegade twins are a good tag team.
All right, hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, let's continue, and then I want to say one thing at the end.
I got John Moxley with that dub.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, John Moxley's gonna win.
Moxley's holding up that for a little bit.
Trent Beretta versus Orange Cassidy.
Beretta. Trent.
Beretta better win.
My boy Greg every day.
Chris Jericho versus whoever wins the FTW Eliminator.
The Learning Tree.
The Learning Tree picks up the dub versus Hook, probably.
Yeah. Yep.
Again.
You think Hook's gonna come back for it? I want that belt though.
I think Hook.
Want that belt too.
I think Hook is the. So there's gonna be this Wednesday on Dynamite. It's gonna be Hook versus Shibata versus Brian Keith. Triple threat match. The winner will take on Chris Jericho at Double or Nothing. So it's probably gonna be Jericho versus Hook again. And I think Hook actually wins the FTW Championship back somehow.
No, I don't think so.
We'll see. Timeless Tony Storm versus Serena Deeb. Tony Storm.
Obviously. She's
not obviously.
She's way too hot right now.
It should be a good match.
Think about losing.
Should be a good match. And finally, your main event for the AEW World Championship: Swerve versus Christian Cage.
Swerve all day.
Yeah, he's holding on to that for a little.
Yeah, I got Swerve as well.
All right, so last thing I wanted to say about AEW, right? While we're still on the AEW topic, congratulations to Ruby Soho. She just got married.
Oh yeah. Congrats.
She just got married.
Shout out. Shotgun wedding.
Want to have a kid out of wedlock?
Shotgun wedding.
Well, that is a shotgun wedding. Hey, no disrespect, but yeah, you know what? She looked great this weekend.
Yeah, she's glowing.
She looks great. I've always liked Ruby from back when.
I liked Ruby in WWE.
Yeah, she was, like the gimmick, her image, not the gimmick, her
just
image
misused.
Was, exactly.
They didn't know what to do with her, yeah.
And it would be perfect to have the Riot Squad kind of back and have that edgy, not edge.
When she was Heidi Lovelace, she was the best.
Ooh, I remember Lovelace.
I don't remember Lovelace.
The name just
Well, gentlemen, I think that brings us to the end of another amazing episode. Episode 5. Five.
We're standing tall on this too, guys.
I think we're gonna leave. We're standing in the ring right now, tall. And everybody, make sure you go and follow us on all of our socials: Instagram, TikTok. Make sure you write to us with your predictions for this jam-packed weekend of PLEs. We want to know who you think is going to win the King of the Ring tournament. We want to know who you think is going to win at Double or Nothing. So make sure you write us inside the 20x20 at tcrnetwork.co.
Don't forget those screenshots across.
Don't forget the screenshots of cross. Best caption wins. And yeah. Until next time, Cross, anything to say to the people?
Nope. Get out my face.
Mike Gambino, anything to say to the people?
I got nothing really. Have a great week. Next week's Memorial Day, so be safe and love y'all.
And I will sign off by saying, as always, until we yeet again. Peace out, everybody. See you next week. Have a good one.
Peace out. Thank you for joining us. New episodes of Inside the 20x20 will be posted on YouTube and wherever you listen to podcasts every Monday morning. Inside the 20x20 is a GDP production and brought to you by the TCR Network. Go to tcrnetwork.co for more information. For business inquiries, please email inside the 20x20 at gmail.com.